Hi, my name is Mörður Gunnarsson Ottesen. I'm here to share with you what I've been up to with my team for the last 1.5 year and how that relates to environmental issues, but more importantly, the solutions. We, like most, have run into the problem of how to engage people in the discussion about the problems and how to figure out solutions. I'm a very solution-oriented person working with permaculture, so we made a card game. This is a fully fledged card game that focuses on permaculture and regenerative agriculture. The problem we had is that it was not an engaging form. When we got people to play it a few times, they loved it, but it's to get them to play it in the first place and not overload them with information. So I created this game with Katarina Xavier, and now we are, however, figuring out how to engage people. So we thought, like, use some culture, use stories that people know. And then we thought, well, why not just start in Iceland? I'm Icelandic. This is where I come from. I know these cultures. And so we want to work with the Nordic mythology, and we want to integrate these solutions with young people. So we are creating a game based on the people playing as the descendants of the Nordic gods. Ragnarok has already happened, so you don't have to think too much about all the gods. It's just the descendants and how to kind of create something better than was before. And the descendants of the Nordic gods are trying to thwart the plans of the Titans, who are using global warming to overheat and freeze planet Earth for their own purposes so that they can live very, very nicely and be rid of these pesky humans. Now, the characters we are making are like the last of the Aes Sedai is Viðar Vígamaður. Ylja Helgadóttir is the daughter of Hel. She's a vegan activist. And we have Fira Alvisdóttir, the granddaughter of Thor and the daughter of Alvis, who Thor tried to kill 3 times because, well, there's a lot of family drama in the Nordic mythology. We have a bunch of bad guys, Ekthir and Grýludóttir. And what I want to first talk to you about is how we're doing things. So we are taking photos of the main characters, and this is Viðar Vígamaður. We have a makeup artist. We're shooting at Mink Studios with Guðmann, and then we put them on the card. But before it should be made into an illustration, of course, this is just a mock-up, but we will be using real runes and to show their abilities, like Dugnaður and other Nordic concepts. We want to make illustrations of the photos, and then we put them in the right frame. And we have multiple artists. We have 13 people in our art crew at the moment, which is way more than enough to start with. Haha. And we have Jakob, who's working on the fantasy element. So he's working on the bad guys. He has a Hrimthurs, who is one of the bad guys. He is called Ekthir, and he trains the children of Fenrir, who are werewolves. We have primevals, who are from Muspelheimur, basically lizards and dragons. And then we have the granddaughter of Grýla, who nobody knows really, but everybody knows Grýla, and everybody knows the 13 Jurlads. And most people know that they weren't always good, and Grýla was anything but good. She was running around town, picking up children in a bag, and then making some soup. Not the best of people, and her granddaughter is definitely not any better. She, however, goes a little bit different around torturing children or causing harm in the world. She is focused on one-use items that use slavery. And basically, this is the core of what we're doing. We're taking these elements of Nordic culture and intertwining them into environmental and social problems like slavery and one-use items which pollute quite a lot, and connecting them with a negative entity like grilla. And by doing this, we create something unique. We create an engaging world where you kind of have this culture that you know, and you have these mystical things, and you kind of want to fight because it's a game. You want to win, and thus you have to recruit the good projects. So to win the game, you have to connect with, you have to play projects, real Icelandic projects, like, for instance, Pampahús. So what we do is we send one of our characters, like Ilja Helgadóttir, and she goes with her makeup and in character and visits Pampahús. She asks them about, hey, what's going on here? Why is this good? And ask all the questions that a person that has no clue about it can ask, and thus creates this kind of engaging dialogue. And this is what we want to work on in Hringiða. We want to engage with all the projects. We want to send our people on location and kind of get to the core of these projects, get to the core of how we can work with solutions to create a better society, emphasizing on environmental and social projects and activating the good people. We also want to work on our funding, especially the grant seeking, but the core work will be this kind of social engagement using the elemental forms. We'll also be doing a bunch of events, and there might be some Vikings attacking us from time to time, or Titans, but I promise you, we will make it fun even in Gróska. So I really want to be there, and I want to be there with our crew, and we want to do great things. So I hope we get in. Thank you.